day, what else can you really ask for?
Money.
Money.
Wait, is this just an internship? Is this an unpaid internship where we're getting paid
We're
with
live
life
already, by the way.
experiences?
Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's
Hi.
episode of Roll for Your Lives. Thank you for starting stream with a sippy.
Hello.
Yeah, I was like, that was perfectly timed.
That was amazing.
Hello.
Something.
So answer me, DM. Is this just an unpaid internship we're doing where we're getting paid in life experiences?
Oh, hydrate sippy. Thank you.
Starting
You
off
know,
good.
at the end of the
Level
day, what
7.
more can you ask for than just knowledge and experience?
Level 7.
That's
What?
exactly what Grim is.
Level 7. I want level 6.
We already got level 6.
Yeah, we're level
No.
6 already.
No.
I know y'all
We're
are
level 5.
because I definitely asked Winter that, and she said no.
Look at
No.
the
What does she
model.
know?
I don't know. What
Y'all
does
better
the
not have
know?
leveled up to level 6, because then I'm killing your character.
At this point, I think Winter's about to just de-level us, and we're just gonna be like level 2.
You guys get sent back to level 1 to figure it out all over again.
Well, we might have one problem. I thought we were level 17.
Oh, shit. Wouldn't that be something?
But sound
Who's
check
just
is
running
good. We
I
are.
know, Humi. Don't change your
well-
stats. Just stay with us. Follow us, until we level up.
Oh,
Keep
oh, oh,
everything
oh.
you have the same.
Okay.
But the sound is good?
Yes.
Alright. Well, guys, welcome to episode 20. Happy episode 20.
Woo!
Happy episode 20.
Woo!
Episode 20.
Yeah,
Come a long way.
yeah, that's a big milestone right there. That's a lot of journeying so far. Congratulations, guys.
That's true. We wouldn't
I
have
wish
gotten
we
here
were level 20.
without a will of adventure.
The
Yes.
campaign would be over if we were level 20.
What the fuck do you do at
Well,
level 20?
One ginormous
fight
boss
God.
fight.
Fight
Yeah,
God.
and the boss fight is God.
Right now.
What was your favorite part of the campaign so far? I
Ooh.
like that part too.
I knew that was coming.
Thus far, I think my favorite moment has been ruining some potatoes. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No.
Good
I
call,
really
man.
like.
Oh,
I
we were
really liked.
past that.
I really liked the first cave. The cave kind of dungeon crawl we did. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Black Spot Tavern.
That's the one.
that was
Pretty sure
cool.
we all got
I'm
a
gonna be honest. I'm very happy Flaccid 20 has caught on.
You know, we haven't brought it up in a while, I don't feel. Is Flaccid
no
20
one's
really
rolled.
catching on?
It
Yeah,
was for a while.
It did for a bit.
Oh, I still
We
don't.
haven't rolled much of anything.
I don't like Flaccid 20
We,
stuff.
every time we roll it, people say stuff. Sometimes it's just us.
Hey there, Gruta, welcome.
Hey, good time.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Flaccid 20 even to this day, and it's been 19 episodes later.
Too late. There was already an emote.
Oh, yep,
There
and
is an
I
emote.
made an emote for it. But you know, since we had a player
We-
missing last time, do you guys want to catch up on Villana what she missed?
Please.
Yeah, if only there was like a sort of recap that somebody wrote that could help her out with.
I was like
Maybe
waiting
what
for that.
happened.
My pen is out.
It's a long recap too. This one.
There's a lot of information that happened.
Let's
My
hear it.
pen is out.
All right. Session 19 recap.
Here we go.
At the Seeking Blossom, a quote-unquote bathhouse, you probably can draw an inference as to what it actually is, Villana. The contingent composed of Humi, Alvaro, Mina, and Villana arrived and began to inquire about the murder. There they encountered a brash Ophelia who had already begun her investigation and immediately clashed with the party. Humi read her thoughts, noting she felt a bit disgruntled about her current role and the party's presence. After her departure, the party interviewed Giselle, the only known witness of the murder. She informed them that the person killed was Heward Branson, who she described as a good man who was trying to do the right thing. She had mentioned that the suspect asserted he was working with the menagerie to try to gain some leverage, but Heward refused to give over any money willingly and was subsequently killed by what was described as a dagger. The murderer then stole over 700 gold from the register/lockbox behind the front desk before swiftly departing. The party then split up to look for clues, as Alvaro discovered the point of entry, first floor window with the bent metal fish hook likely used to open it. Humi masterfully coercing the halfling Aldo into letting her peruse the bathhouse as quote-unquote Granny Apples, and Mina, who searched the first floor and murder site and found a small scrap of dark fabric. After using their cards to unveil the Tormentor, Five of Swords, and Raven, Humi learned that a big item remained undiscovered during the course of their investigation, and thereafter sent a message to Alvara seeking additional assistance. Upon entering the bathroom, Alvara discovered and smelled a rare herb, which she identified as Delrian, typically used for its medicinal properties and not having much of a place within this type of establishment. As the party began to exit, Mina enlisted the help of Humi's Blink Dog Shift to find additional evidence, and they ended the session running after Shift, presumably to also reconvene with the remaining members of the party who were not present, Audrin and Numbers, and that was where we left off.
Winter.
Yeah.
Would you be
Never
able to
written
do
so
the
fast.
shift voice for Volana because they missed it?
Well, when shift comes back into question, I think I can do that. But before I go any further, how about I talk about the inspiration?
Ooh.
Ooh.
So we're carrying over inspiration for Audrin, Numbers, and Volana, since none of those people had an opportunity to use their points. Oh, hi, Paper! They're gonna get carried over. The Mind Boom scared the shit out of me, actually. And the fucking, like, Phasmophobia ghost sound scared the shit out of me, too, during the recap. Okay. So player inspiration was voted on last time, and we... Someone standing at the door. We gave it to Humi. So Humi's got player inspiration, and then community inspiration was voted on over in the Discord server. And though it was a little bit of a tie between people that already had it, it then by default goes to Mina.
Go, Mina!
Go, Mina.
Go, Mina.
Go, go, go.
I can use it to talk to Twitch more.
Twitch.
Twitch.
Not Twitch.
Shift.
Mina's
Shift
breaking
shift.
the fourth wall.
Crying.
Mina just turns to the screen.
Yes, I would like
Fucking
to use my point of inspiration to change the spell Speak with Animals to Speak with Twitch viewers.
Whoa.
God damn.
That'd be really, really funny.
And I
Hydrate
believe,
Tiffany.
do you guys still have that inspiration point floating around? The viewer inspiration?
We
Yep.
do.
There you go.
That's for a critical moment.
For a pinch.
Or a punch.
Such as a boss
Hey.
fight or something. Or a crucial point of coercion.
This is true. So, before we continue off where we left with the two groups converging, there is one last time bubble that is taking place, and that is one last interaction with Miss Adelaide before they leave the Northwinds Emporium. Take it away, Numbers.
Yeah, so I guess I would turn to Audrin and ask, say Audrin, or I would sort of whisper this so as not to involve Adelaide's attention. But I would sort of on the side ask Audrin, how many days has it been since that murder when the robber last struck at the Seeking Blossom?
Out of character, DM. Has it been 5 or 6?
Since the murder? Or since Miss Donnie died?
Since the murder.
Since the murder.
It's been like a couple days.
I see. Would Audrin know that?
Yeah, Miss Thorne told all of you guys that the murder took place a couple days
Okay.
ago.
A couple, yeah, okay. I remember,
Alrighty.
I remember saying that now.
So I would ask Adelaide a question for you. How long does it take for folk to get buried around here? Numbers is not one for subtlety.
She kind of quirks a brow at you and smiles, and she goes, "Oh, well, dear, surely I'm not a mortuary. So I can only take a guess, but I imagine as soon as the family is ready."
Is there a city mortuary around here?
I believe there's one. Just one.
What district might that be in?
I believe you could probably find that more... Oh, a little around more Balverden proper if you just take a little bit of a peruse. The name of it escapes me. I tend not to walk them too far down that way.
Gotcha. So city center is what you mean by Balrden proper?
If maybe not off to a little bit of the side, somewhere around there.
Understood. You see, I ask because we're on a bit of a quest investigating something that involves a murder. I'm thinking talking to the murderee might get us somewhere. This being a magical emporium, do you have any magical items or things that might help us speak with the dead?
And she kind of thinks to herself for a moment and glances around all the various different cluttered shelving items. And she goes, well, I might have maybe something around here somewhere. I think I picked up an amulet maybe once before. That might have been able to do a little something like that for you.
Well, I'd be interested in taking a look at that. You said you didn't know its whereabouts. Could we help you search, perhaps?
Oh my god! All of the jump scare redeems. She walks on over to one of the shelves and just kind of shuffles around for a minute before eventually pulling out a long amulet that's on a bit of a leather cord. The actual amulet piece that is dangling from it has like this ivory kind of dull shine to it. But it does seem to be crudely carved in like the shape of like a skull. And she pulls it out and goes, I don't know how long this would last for, but it might be able to do something for you.
Define how long it would last. How does such a thing work exactly?
I'll say just for the sake of expediency, what she's offering you is an amulet of Speak with Dead.
Yeah, but how does it work? Like, is there a charge that I can use for 10 minutes and then it recharges on long rest? Or would I not know any of this? Or would she not know any of this?
You wouldn't know until you inspected it.
Could I inspect and ask her for details?
She says, well, I could maybe take about 10 minutes or maybe an hour or so to really get into the nitty gritty of this one for you, but it would take a little bit of time unless you wanted to do it yourself.
Yeah. Any chance I could borrow this? Promise I'll give it back.
No, that's not how it works, dear, but I would part with it for about, maybe 300 gold pieces.
Pretty please, can I borrow it? Rolling persuasion.
I don't think so, dear.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of cash on me. I'm just gonna hit an ATM real quick and I'll be right back. Audrin, I believe our quest awaits us, but Madam Adelaide, it's been a pleasure working with you, and we hope to return to this fine establishment soon.
Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other real soon when we help Miss Thorne. Now, you have a great day now.
Thanks. You too.
Alright then. Pleasure speaking with you.
She's so cute.
Alright.
As they're
So,
walking out, as they're walking down the stairs and out of there, Audrey's gonna look to his friend flanking him, and he's gonna say, "Listen, Numbers. I don't mean to be questioning your intention or your reasoning, but you got all sorts of foreboding powers and all that. Isn't that a spell you might have access to by any chance?"
I could think on this. I'm not super familiar with the extent of my own powers, actually. This is something I would have to consider with inward reflection. Perhaps tonight, when I am resting for a long period, I could think on this.
He's gonna furrow his brow a little bit and go, right.
That was beautiful.
alright, gang, let's head back over to Balredin.
Bulverton.
So, I'm gonna start placing. That is not that. Definitely not that. Let's see. Audrin. I'm gonna put down Audrin and Numbers since they're the ones that finished their interaction first at the Northwind Emporium before the Seeking Blossom crew is finished. I will say, and also if you guys just double click on your minis, you can just scoot on over to the fountain that I have placed you guys at. You, I believe, as we last discussed, had decided to go wait at a fountain for the rest of your party to finish and reconvene.
That and depending on what time of day it was, perhaps seeking accommodations nearby. What's all in this town center?
Well, you're not really in like a town center.
Oh, I see.
You're still within the waterside district, just kind of meandering. There's not like one central fountain in the middle of this city, but there's a bunch of various placed fountains. But there were at least a couple as you were walking through the waterside district with everybody prior.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is this the one we all agreed to meet at?
I was gonna say.
it must be.
Yes. I think so.
Say, well, I mean, it
Indeed.
should be.
The party
Yeah.
spends the next 2 to 3 hours wandering from fountain to fountain.
There can't be that many fountains in town. They'll
We
figure
might
it out.
pass a perception, we might.
I don't think it's that important. So, as you two are spending some time waiting for the rest of your crew to maybe come up with some information, you see coming down from the way ahead. Hold on, where is it? Oh, where is it? It's gone. No, never. There it is. You see a familiar pup coming, trotting up ahead down the path in between people as he starts weaving in and out of the crowd.
Oh.
And soon behind, got one,
Got
two,
a 3.
two, a 3. Boom.
What map are we on right now, by the way?
Balredon. And if you double click on your minis, you'll just instantly transfer to where you are.
Tailspire is not cooperating and it refuses to load anything.
Oh, that's great.
I've been having some internet issues with the windstorm blowing through. Really
Oh yeah, the wind's been really heavy today.
Every gust of wind, it like turns off my internet.
That's not
Oh.
normal. That sounds like there's a wire fucked up.
Yeah, probably.
So, what do you guys do?
How fast is this pup approaching?
He seems like he's trotting with a little bit of a purpose, but now that he's getting into a little bit of a more crowded area, he's getting a little bit distracted.
That's
Um,
cute.
How long would you say it's been since we left the Seeking Blossom?
You guys have pretty much just left. You are still following the scent trail that Shift was then set upon.
Alright, so since Speak with Animals is still active, I'm just going to remind Twitch to try to... Why do I keep calling him Shift? I'm gonna remind Shift to try staying on task and try following the scent, even if it's getting a little bit muddied with all the other smells around.
Okay, and everybody else, what are you guys doing as you are soon kind of meandering your way through the street and approaching a fountain, and you do see, everyone does see a Audryn and Numbers just kind of standing by.
Arjun's flipping a copper into the fountain.
I guess I would probably pick up the pace to catch up with Shift to meet them.
Seeing Audryn and wanting to be included, Numbers is also going to toss a copper in the fountain. He doesn't know why he's doing it, though.
Okay.
Randy
where's my friend?
Apples is gonna start screaming, "Hi, boys! How are you doing today?"
Audryn, what'd you say?
He said, "Make a wish, my friend." And then he's gonna, hearing this loud, shrill voice, he's gonna say, "Hoy, keep it down! You're gonna be scaring the fishes."
There's no fish in this fountain.
He knows that.
So, I guess each of you mark off a copper from your inventory. Gonzo, do you still have control over Shift, right?
Yes I do.
Okay, cool. So, as you guys begin to meander your way forward, Shift, he turns to you, Mina, and says, "Oh, I still help. I help real good. But there's so many things.
Oh.
Wait, those are my friends!" And then he starts running off towards Audryn and Numbers.
I'm sorry, you cut out a lot right there. What did you say?
I said, Shift, He acknowledges you and says that he's still gonna help, but then he got completely sidetracked when he saw Audrey and Numbers and just kind of ran for them.
Oh, he's doing a little flip.
Oh.
Audrey's going to pet him, scratch behind the ears real good.
This grayish dog with like a slight purple hue to its fur comes bounding towards y'all.
Lots of pets, lots of squishies.
Tongue flopping out, tail wagging, kind of sitting on your foot like dogs do.
So many pets, so many squishies.
Oh.
Mina is going to turn to Audrey, like, it's great that you love animals, but right now we're trying to track a scent. Do you need to smell it again? I'm gonna take out the little glass jar that I put the piece of fabric in. And I'm gonna ask Twitch if he needs to smell the
Twitch. He's not the fucking League of Legends
Why do I
rat!
keep calling it? Why do I keep saying it?
Now there's a smell you can really feel.
Shift.
So, Shift kind of turns his nose to it and takes another bit of a deep sniff. I will say if you want to keep Shift on target of this smell, Boomy, since you control Shift, roll them an investigation check.
Okay, and can I use their keen hearing and smell to get advantage? Oh, no, that'd be perception. This would be investigation?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Give me 1 second to figure this out. Investigation, what, skill is that? What, like, strength
Like
does
what
it use?
modifier is it?
Yeah.
Intelligence, right?
Is that
Intelligence?
intelligence? Do you guys have your sheets?
Let me look on my paper one.
'Cause I don't think this actual one says it.
That's gonna be like a minus.
Yeah,
5.
it's intelligence.
Okay, actually, it's 10 flat. So it's just a normal
So
roll.
it's just this flat roll.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. It's just a 13. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Everyone else, what is everyone else doing?
Approaching to see
What?
if they have found out any information.
Yeah, wondering why a rag is being shown to this dog.
I don't think Alvaro would have.
Oh.
I don't think Alvaro would have run. She's probably walking swiftly, so she might be a little bit behind everyone as she approaches.
Audrey's going to continue to pet the dog even while he's doing a job. He's going to say, "All right, well, if needs be, we can walk and talk if you like."
We went over to the bathhouse and it was just a lovely time. I think we might even have a few ideas about where our missing friend may be.
Hello.
Andy?
Friend?
I'm trying to be
I'm
like
back.
discreet. Aye.
Is there anywhere we could maybe talk in private or a more secluded location so we're not overheard?
Well,
Yeah,
I said we could walk down an alley or take a little bit of a stroll, or we could find a tavern if you like.
I think we should find a tavern because we need accommodations for the night as well.
That's
What time of
true.
day is it?
What time is it? Yeah.
I will say it's about like maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
We were up pretty
Oh, so
early.
it's still pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
We were up at like 8, 7.
Like winter.
Gotta beat Ophelia to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we should try figuring this out as fast as possible. Accommodations can wait, but
Well, so what's our next move? What leads have we?
So Alvaro's gonna step forth to the circle, and for the sake of expediency, she's just gonna kind of relay everything that she knows from her perspective regarding what she discovered during the investigation, including the Delrian herb, and she's also going to produce the bent fish hook, particularly with attention to Audrin on this part, and ask, "Have you seen anything like this before?" And produce it in her hand.
So he's going to to squint his eyes, lean forward a little bit, and run his fingers along the stubble on his chin. He's going to be like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen the likes of that before. I wager it's earned you a supper or two in the past."
Avara's gonna furrow her brow at this.
Well, let me see that, dearie. If I'm given a few, basic ingredients, I think I could make it proper.
Can I roll history on this to see if I know specifics?
What specifically are you rolling history on?
Bent fish hook.
Sure.
I was gonna say it seems pretty mundane in
To
order
see
to
if you
like,
know the
really-
history of a fishing hook.
To break
Well-
in. I presented it to him because I think Avara was curious
Yeah,
as to
so
where
it's a
this
bent
might have
fish hook.
originated from.
I think the idea is like he's showing it to me because I seem to have Audrey has know-how on like makeshift breaking into stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, go for it.
So 16. If I'm looking at that, what can I tell from it?
Well, you
Well,
can.
also, you're a sailor, by the way. Sorry.
You
That
can
too.
see that this it's pretty just standard fish hook. This isn't like anything of like extra anything to write home about. You've seen this actually quite a few times on the amount of ports and docks you've been on yourself. It's just an ordinary fish hook, but it has been craftily bent to reminisce of that of like a little bit of like a curved lockpick. Also something that you might be a little familiar with. Whoever did this had a skilled hand.
Mm. So Audrey's kind of looking a little bit, tilt his head a couple times, be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't realize you were so resourceful, lass. Been breaking into some homes, have you?"
I've broken into plenty of things in my time, but afraid this wasn't me. Rather,
All right.
somebody at the bathhouse.
You know, if you're in a pinch, I've always found that a little bit of wire or a fish hook or something similar can be used in lieu of a lockpick. That's probably what happened there.
I
Would
wager
it-
the same. I was just curious as to whether you perhaps knew the origins of this type of hook.
Right, yes, a rod at some point.
Fascinating. She's just gonna tuck
Would
it
it-
away and roll her eyes.
Would it help if it was in its original condition? Maybe we can find something more about it or where it came from?
That's a good question. Give it here, would you?
Avara will reproduce it and hand it over to Numbers.
I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm wondering, DM, if casting Mending on this would put it back to its original
That's
shape.
what I was gonna do.
Oh,
Cast mending on it.
yeah,
Let me just double check the specifics of mending really quick. Let's see.
I have it up. Repairs a single break or tear.
The thing is, though, it's not broken or torn. It's just bent.
Yeah.
As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension. You know,
You could even.
It says
make
it
the
leaves
argument
no
that it's not-
trace of the former damage, which
Yeah. You
would
can make
this
the
be
argument that it's not
damaged
even
to?
broken because it's now technically a new tool. It's not. It ceased being a fishing hook the moment it was used as a hook.
Yeah, I think it's where it was found seems to be more important. That somebody was using it there to break into something.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
I guess
Whether or not we can.
it could technically be used in like the case of like Oculus Reparo, like that dumb shit,
Yeah.
where it just kind of fixes his glasses back into shape. Like I would say you could try.
That would be changing evidence, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What are you, a cop?
I'm just thinking of how it could help. We could also
No.
use it in the future potentially.
Even
So-
if we can't return it back to its original state, wouldn't this suggest that whoever was involved in the break-in came from either a fishing or sailing background?
Yes, I was going to
Should we
say.
check out the water side a bit more? Maybe see if we can catch the trail again?
Fancy that? We're here right now.
That was
That-
my idea as well, but the dock seems immense. I'm not really sure that we can have the ability to ascertain the origins of a single fish hook.
Well-
That dock seems immense to you.
Numbers, what were you gonna say?
Something that occurred to me is that we never heard what Humi learned from the minds of the people at the Seeking Blossom.
Mhm.
Humi,
Yes.
yeah, do tell.
Where did you ascertain that Humi had such knowledge?
You just gave us a brief summary of what all happened at the Seeking Blossom.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
didn't
but
have any
Humi
knowledge
never
of
told me that.
No one knows that Humi could
Oh,
read
no
minds.
one. No one knew that. Oh,
It was in the recap,
Oh.
but only because, like, with your conversation, I worked it into the recap independently.
Forget I said anything, man.
No worries
Well,
there.
theories,
we
if
should
we
anyway.
do... Well, if we do want to go to the dock, I do suppose I could do a little, investigating. I checked out, oh, what was that dearie's name? Giselle? And, well, she didn't seem very fond of us, or her station, currently. I think we intimidate her a little.
Hmm.
Can I just
The other
really
thing
quick,
we can. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying because I'm a little nervous because we're out in the open talking about this. I was just going to ask to roll a perception check to see if I could see anybody watching us because now I'm
Oh yeah, that
nervous
is true. We're
'cause
just
we're
out in the
talking
open.
about stuff like a case out
And
and about.
we're all
And you're also a
fairly like.
strange looking group.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
roll a
don't know.
perception check.
It's probably gonna. Oh,
It's a
Oh,
natural 20.
Natural 20.
So
it's a flash of 20.
now that's an erect 20.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
22.
Okay, so with a
Whoa.
22, you notice that this is the kind of city where, and you're not unfamiliar with this as it wasn't much different in Waterdeep. This is a city where people are kind of about their own business and are just kind of coming and going as they need to. Think like kind of Manhattan. However, given the state of the circumstances and a little bit of spectacle that these people have never quite seen before, while most people are just kind of trying to keep to themselves and about their business, you see, I think, about 3 separate groups that have their eyes just kind of watching your group.
Okay. And like
one of which
just
happens to
because of-
be a member that you can just assume is of the I'm forgetting my own creation here. The Last Light Vanguard. You see a few members of the Last Light Vanguard just kind of eyeing your group as well.
Oh my god, we're being watched.
Okay.
Would I have noticed
They could
that
be
with a
allies.
passive of 18?
You would notice that there's some people just kind of stopping and looking, like
And
in
those
between the
people-
crowd.
Those people, would I be able to tell like who was watching us and who was just like, "Whoa, what the hell are those people?" Or who's, "Oh, we're keeping an eye," or maybe would it need to be higher?
With a 22, most of the people that are keeping their eyes on your group are just kind of quickly glancing, like getting a read and then going back to what they were doing. But there are just like a few select people that are just kind of gawking, I guess you could call it.
Oh yeah, okay.
And also the guard themselves that are watching your group are keeping eyes locked.
Okay. I feel like Valana would relay this to the group and say, maybe we should get a move on, check out the docks a little sooner rather than later. We're being watched.
It's a large city. Of course, people are going to be staring at us, and she's gonna side-eye Mina, because we're both the freaks here. And she's also gonna turn Audrin to address what he said earlier, and go, I wouldn't call it a large dock, but you have to remember we are on a time-sensitive investigation, and the docks is not exactly a small search radius. And she's going to also recount the alchemy region that she found and suggests that perhaps we should search somewhere a little more focused, like some sort of apothecary on the docks.
What about the dog?
Oh, he's just happy to be there.
He
Oh,
lost
wasn't
the
he
trail,
leading
right?
us somewhere? No, he was gonna roll
He
an
rolled-
investigation.
He had 13.
He rolled a 13.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we could use that. We could use the. If we focus on apothecaries, we might be able to recatch the scent of the culprit.
Yeah,
True. That's actually a really good idea, Laura.
it's a rare scent. Let's do it.
Alright.
I think.
And, you said,
No, go ahead.
Alfara, you said that this is a rare herb that not a lot of places would have it.
Yeah, and she'll recount what it is. Basically, it's a rare kind of medicinal type herb that doesn't belong in a bathhouse and is typically used for healing purposes. So its placement, especially at the pursued point of entry, was a bit unusual.
Maybe this person is stealing money to try to help like a sick loved one. I can't imagine any other reason why someone would steal.
I can imagine several others. Don't be so
Heal
naive.
himself if they get hurt in the process.
Well, dearies, I did a tarot reading, and well, what I found was that they may have originally gone in there under different pretenses. I don't think they really meant to go in as an assassin. I think something happened and they're being coerced in some way.
This is all speculation and conjecture. We should get a move on with our investigation to find something more concrete. And Alvara's going to turn to go towards the waterside district again, and back toward the docks after that remark.
I'm going to suggest we once again split the party, actually. I think we should check out some of these other places that were hit by the robber as well, while some people check out the docks.
Do we know of other
Wartime
places
numbers?
that were hit?
Yeah, we know about the Beast and Barley and the Spend and Split.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's
just to
splitting the
confirm,
party.
are you guys going to the docks or are you going to an apothecary? Because there's a lot of
Well,
ideas getting thrown around right now.
I think Alvara's plan was to go to the dockside district, or the waterfront district, presumably,
I will say
and
you're
look
already
for
there.
an apothecary. Yes, but I'm sure it's pretty immense. And look for an apothecary. I know this. You said too. This is like more of a ritzy kind of area along the waterfront. Is there more of like a working class kind of like Teamsters dockside area along this town, like in a different spot, or is that in this district also?
You would have noticed, and you all would have noticed this as you were walking through town, is that this specific area, it's not really like where you see a lot of like working class. Like there's shops and boutiques and this and that, but they're more like kind of high end and whatnot. The actual like fishing and docks are more towards like the mercantile ward.
Yeah, so Alvara would head towards that area and look for apothecaries in that area.
I think Valana
Specifically.
would follow
Isn't it-
her.
Wouldn't it be more likely that they would be frequenting an apothecary in the higher end district? Because it sounds like this is a rare and expensive herb, right?
Alvara is
That's a
already
great
walking.
point.
Oh.
Well, you can walk and talk, can't you?
Oh, I'm like 10 feet down the thing, because I turned after that last remark and started walking.
Well, Valana heard that, said, Humi, that's a very good point. I'm going to chase after her and let her know, alright? I'll try to
Alright.
get it through to her.
Alright, so what's the party doing?
Audrey's gonna go with the others that are going to dock.
Okay, so we're all just traveling together.
Makes sense.
Does anyone want to come with me to another one of the
I do.
places that were hit?
You go along, dearies. I'll keep the boy company.
Alright.
Uh,
I'll also stick with you guys. We might be able to find more evidence.
Excellent.
Although, Humi, do you want to go with them to see if Shift can pick up a scent trail along the way?
Oh, here, I'll just do this. And in Sylvan, Humi is going to tell Shift. Go follow the sailor guy! And
Oh,
the one that literally just give him scritches.
Okay, so Shift lets out like a little whine and like a little pant to acknowledge what you said, and trots on over to Audrin.
You see,
Mina-
that is taking a shine into me.
Mina's actually going to go over to Audrin
Okay.
and
So,
give
are we
Audrin-
splitting the party and time bubbling once more?
Hold on.
Oh,
What
hold on,
was Mina
happened to
doing?
My headphones?
Are
I
you
can't
doing,
hear you guys.
Go ahead, Mina.
I was just gonna go over to Audrin and give him the glass jar that has that piece of cloak in it, just in case he wants to occasionally have Shift, not Twitch, Shift, try to pick up the scent trail at any point.
He'll take it and give her a nod. Okay, back to you, DM.
Okay, so we're splitting the party. So we will start once again with a group A and a group B, the ones that are going to go search around for the other locations that were hit by robbery can be group B. The ones kind of exploring the waterside district a little more, making their way into the mercantile ward, just kind of looking around for things, different shops, maybe an apothecary, working classes and such. So we
Bef-
will.
before we split the party, I would just follow along to my friends and say, by the way, take a look at this, and I would hold out the coin given to me by Lady Thorn and say, if anyone questions you or your search here, perhaps producing some kind of illusion of a minor variety to show something like this would do the trick.
All right. Valana will nod and say, I can do that.
Nice. And then back to my group B.
So
Back to
Valana, you
Sigma
have
team.
a medallion of the Thorn family in your hand.
I think
No, I
you were
have it.
just
Oh, you
telling
have
me.
it.
I was
I
just
can
showing
produce,
him.
Yeah, I
I
have.
was just showing
Yeah.
them.
Okay, I was like, wow, you're just giving that up. All right.
No, I have minor illusion, so I guess I took a good look, and hopefully I can, if that comes up, I can try.
Okay. So we are splitting the party, and we will start with Group A, which is the ones that are going to explore the more merchant side of things and the apothecary side of things.
Yeah. As we're walking over there, Avara also is just gonna offhandedly ask Audrin if they found what they were looking for at Northwinds.
Depends on what you're looking, or what you mean by what we were looking for. We didn't buy anything.
Did you find a way to bring back your compatriot?
As a matter of fact, we did. It's just we didn't buy anything. So we know she's got it, but we gotta, I guess, be a little bit more persuasive. Like,
Oh, she's got it.
Hot
Wait, did
chocolate
they buy
pie.
this? Oh, sorry, DM, real quick. Who has the scroll right now? Her or us? The scroll of Revivify.
The way I remember it was that she still had it, but some of y'all were telling me that y'all have it. So
I
thought.
think what happened is she offered it to us because someone made like a nat 20 persuasion roll or something like that. But because we weren't sure if anyone in our party could actually cast the spell, um, she held on to it, and then we decided to meet her later after we collected Miss Thorn.
yeah, she did agree to meet you guys later when the time comes for what needs to happen.
What
But she
could go
has the
wrong?
actual scroll. Many things.
Okay. So Avara is gonna. That was during the drunk session too, so please don't blame me because everyone was a little scattered there. Avara's just gonna nod and continue walking towards their destination.
That does remind me about spell scrolls, though. I wanted to go over some things with you guys and ways that I would like to do spell scrolls, because personally, I think the base 5e rules for spell scrolls is kind of bunk.
I think you did go over this with us a little bit
so
during
what did you have in mind then?
Yeah.
Now,
Or
let
would
me
this be best
just
to talk about
double
off-stream?
check. Now, from what I remember, spell scrolls and just the base 5e rules can only be cast by by one, a spellcaster, and two, you have to have that spell already as part of your spell table. Is that correct?
That you don't necessarily have to have it prepared, but it does.
Oh
need
no,
to
but
be
it has to be
available
part
to
of your
you.
spell table.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of dumb, because if you find a spell scroll, I think even if you're not a caster, you should have some kind of at least chance to try to use it and see what happens.
Maybe what
We
you
could
do
go based off of the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe what you can do isn't like give anyone a chance to use the scroll, but unless you are someone that has it in their spell table, give them like a heavy penalty.
Well,
where
I
it's
have
like you
something
to-
in mind. I was gonna say, as it stands, like if it is a spell, if you're a spellcaster and it is a spell that is available in your specific spell table, I will say there's no, like, you don't have to try to roll to see if the spell scroll is a success or not. But if you're not, there's going to be some kind of penalty. Like if it's not if you're a caster, even if you're not a caster, maybe there might even be a heavier penalty. But I feel like even if you find a spell scroll, just people should be able to use it. Just the concept that like it can only like. I don't know.
Question. Because we have some casters. Would that be a spell that like someone like Valana would be able to study and learn and?
No, that's like a wizard
Okay.
thing.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
wizards can learn spells like that. We could do the I think it was in the 3.5 edition. You can make an Arcana check and you had to beat a 10 plus the spells level that was on the scroll. A minimum of 1 for cantrips.
To what? To see if it works?
To see if you're actually able to cast it, you would need to make like an Arcana roll or something.
Yeah, just something like that. But that's just a little tweak I wanted to make because I just think the flat rolls for it are kind of boring and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Understandable.
at my what did Quentin say? At my table, we roll a spell level plus 8 DC, and you roll plus appropriate mod.
Which would be Arcana, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
5 for my modifier.
So, as you guys are beginning to explore and kind of make your way through this town, Audrin, you now have somewhat control with shift. Feel free to roll. I will say 1 person can roll with advantage or 2 people can roll investigation checks.
What's
My
everyone's?
investigation's not that great.
Mine's fine. Plus
I have
1.
I have a +2.
I have a.
You okay?
You,
So
you
one.
roll with advantage.
Yeah, why don't you roll with
Alvara,
advantage?
yeah.
And while Alvara's doing that, can one of you guys roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
Just
Audrey, you
a straight
wanna do it?
d20?
10.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, so a 10 investigation. And keep in mind, after this session, not carrying over any more inspirations, so it will be expiring. So be sure to use your inspirations if you got it, if you want to. Okay,
I'm not gonna use my inspiration right now.
so you guys begin to start exploring around, and as you're kind of navigating through around these streets, for the most part, while they do tend to be like in the main part of the city, like, you know, broad, and you see a lot of people coming and going and about their business, there's a lot of also just like smaller streets that begin to kind of wind around different various corners. And given the circular shape of this city, like sometimes it feels like you guys yourselves are even just going in circles as you're trying to like really get your footing as to where you are. It's taken you guys a bit longer than maybe you would have expected to get where you need to be going. But you do pass a handful of places as you're going, and as you get more and more towards the mercantile ward, you're starting to see more things. You do see some shops and inns and taverns. I will say for some, you see a place called Wallflower, and from the little signage out front with like a little bit of a wood-carved baked pie, you can kind of guess that that might be a bakery. You see a few different inns and taverns. You see a place called the Sleeping Traveler, the Cheerful Mug, the Open Oak. You
The
see
Sleeping Traveler is the most appropriate name for a tavern I've ever heard.
Who would have thought? And you also see one particular tavern that seems to have a bit of music and jauntiness coming from it called Chill Seas. Alright.
I wonder what kind of person frequents an establishment like that.
I'm gonna take a mental note.
Write that down. Write that
They're
down.
not writing that down.
A fine establishment called Chilled Seas.
Chill Seas.
Maybe the kind of person who would have a fish hook on them?
You said that was a tavern of some sort.
It's a tavern, and you hear music coming from within. You also just see a couple general shops. You see one just called Happy Holdings, and another little food market with a bit of an array spread out called Fresh and Fair. And as you're walking around, I mean, you see lights or Last Light Vanguard walking around, just doing their general patrols. Every now and again amongst them, you see a Last Light Vanguard, which, as you had seen the prior, that has that little black caplet, kind of signifying they might have a little bit of a higher position over their shoulder, like a singular shoulder cape. And some of which even have like a bright red kind of crest in the middle of their chest armor. It kind of shines like a dark ruby. But as you keep walking around, you see tons of different various folk. You see different types of workers going to and fro. You hear a town crier out in the distance, kind of making their way through streets. If you roll a perception check to see if you can, or what's your passive perceptions? Do you want to use your passive perceptions
14.
to see if you can hear what the town crier is saying?
14.
14.
Passive perception would just be 12.
12. Audrin.
I think also just. Oh wait, hold on. Passive perception. Yeah, that would also be 18.
It's 18.
No, it's not. I think that. Hold on.
Is it just?
I can't hear you.
I think he's finding it.
Yeah, sorry. I had to open up my page again. That's 15.
15.
You do get to add expertise to passive perception.
Really?
If you have expertise.
Yep, it does factor into it.
Oh.
Okay.
I did
Is
not
it
know.
just 10 plus your
Wisdom.
mod? Plus your wisdom,
Plus
yeah. Okay.
wisdom.
Okay, and in that case,
you have it.
in that case, it is 18. Okay, sorry about the
Then mine would be
wraparound there.
17.
Do you have
Because-
expertise?
No, my wisdom is 15, and then my modifier is 2.
You don't add proficiency bonus to passive.
Okay, so it's just 15.
Wait, what? It's not your wisdom modifier. It's your wisdom modifier. It's 10 plus your wisdom modifier plus proficiency.
So a
if you have
15
it.
would be a plus 2, right?
No, then I was
Yep.
right the first
Yeah,
time.
it'd be 12
It's
for
10.
her.
Yeah,
That's
plus
okay.
2, so it'd be 12. Sorry.
We took the scenic route. We got there.
So, with a passive perception of 12 and 14, I'll say Alvar and Valana, it's kind of hard to tell what this guy is saying, but you can hear someone yelling out in the distance, but you can only assume to be just like the day's general news for the city. Audrin, you catch a bit of words as it comes through, and you hear a bit on the lines of, as of last night, 3 more missing.
Oh,
Just as you keep
People go-
going.
people going missing.
But that's off
he-
in the distance as you hear that.
He's gonna kind of make his pace, his walking gait to such a pace that like he'll saddle up next to his friends and just kind of whisper what he heard to whoever's next to him. I guess in this case, Valana.
Okay. Valana's gonna say, my goodness, do you think he's talking about the murders?
Well, I don't fancy that there have been 3 more murders in one night. That'd be quite the ambitious sod, as it were.
Listen, I wonder what that means.
Could mean anything. Keep your wits about you, you know what I mean?
Right.
As you all continue to navigate throughout the city and trying to find it is what you're looking for, you find a couple more things here and there. Out in the distance, you kind of see like the edges of what looks to be a massive sprawling gardens. And you also, at one point, like walk past a larger building that sounds like it's got a little bit of like a musical number coming from inside of it, and based on the signage outside, it looks to be some kind of playhouse or a theater as you're going. But
Does it have a
eventually,
sign?
Huh?
Does it have like a sign or like a name that's made apparent?
yeah, there's a sign outside of it if you want to take a look.
Yeah, he's gonna take a mental note of it. What's it called?
It's called the Daybreak Theater.
Oh.
And you see, as you're, especially you, Alvar, as you were leading the charge, you see, every now and again, you see, what's the word I'm looking for? You see members that look like they're wearing, like, this kind of dark navy blue uniform with bits of black and silver trim as they're coming here and from, and they've got these large parcel bags as they're going to and from places. It looks like these are couriers. So you see numbers of couriers going to and from in the city as well. But after a bit of searching, and I'll say it takes you guys like an additional hour and a half to get to where you need to go, Shift starts perking up, and his ears kind of lift up, and he starts sniffing the ground a bit with his tail kind of wagging in the air. Eventually he lifts his head up and he looks back to Audrin and he goes,
What is it, boy?
Just whining at you.
You say that someone fell down the well?
I was waiting for that.
He looks like he's trying to get your attention. He's kind of like whimpering and like kind of whining.
Okay, well, he's got it, and Audryn's gonna be like, lead on if you need to.
He like does one of those little like happy hops that like how dogs do,
Oh.
like when they get on like their paws.
Yeah.
And he like begins to kind of trot off with his nose to the ground as he seems to have resumed the scent that he had previously lost for a little bit.
And
After
where
that
did he
dog.
find it again?
He just found it while you guys re-entered the mercantile ward.
Okay.
So do you all follow him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So eventually, shift. I'm just gonna move you guys forward just a little bit, just to be a little change of pictures.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Can we change the music? By the way, it sounds like a Dire Straits B-side right now, and I can only take it for so long.
What do you want to change it to?
Just something more jaunty and cheery, if that's possible.
Jaunty and cheery.
This seems like a fun town. I mean, they have a place called the Cheerful Mug and the Happy Hoarder.
This track is
Maybe
called
Traveler.
Wizard Smoke.
Wizard Smoke. Okay,
Let's see.
it's about to be like Frog Rock. What?
They're like. What about a wizard's tale? Let's see what this sounds like.
I think we've had enough of wizards for one day.
There we go. How's this? This is fine, right?
Find me.
Alright. So, as you guys keep going, eventually, through some turns, you eventually come across what looks to be a smaller kind of dark wooden beamed establishment with a lush garden guarded by an iron gate. And it does appear to be a shop front. You do see like a sign on the outside posted onto the wall.
All right.
Can we discern it from here?
Not from this distance.
We keep
Bad
going.
advertising.
So as you approach, as I said, there is a lush iron-gated herb garden teeming with various kinds of flora as you begin to make your way through this little like stone pathway that kind of leads through this gated garden and up to the front door.
We're in a mercantile district, right? Does this seem a little more affluent compared to the other shops and taverns in the area, or is the garden just kind of the unique thing about it?
This isn't the only garden you've seen in this town. Like you've seen other different what is the word I'm looking for? Just like little patches here and there from various either food sources, or even some taverns have their own little like food patch. Some even have them like on higher floors. Kind of like, what do they call those? Have you seen those? Like when people have like those gardens like on like the
Like a
tops of
rooftop
skyscrapers. Yeah,
garden?
like one of those.
Or a terrace garden.
Yeah, exactly. There's been some of those here and there. Like, there's not entirely uncommon, but this one seems, instead of being made for, like, produce, this one seems to be aimed more for just, like, general, like, herbs. Like,
Does it seem any more?
herbs.
Does it seem lush, or in any way does it seem like there was a particular attention to detail more so than the other green spaces we've seen in this city?
It's not, like, necessarily, like, well, like, trimmed and gardened. But it's definitely abundant.
Okay.
So as you approach, you see this, like, smaller building that kind of stands out a little bit from all the other ones around it. It has a strong dark oak frame that's kind of built with these intricate carvings that are laced along the exterior of the beams with soft white stone walls, which is part of why it's standing out amongst all the other shops and homes around it. It's a little bright, whereas the rest of everything tends to be just more that general stone and slate color.
Okay.
There's a wooden sign placed to the left side of the door with delicate gold lettering that shimmers in the sunlight that's breaking through the bit of clouds. And small diamond-shaped glass windows line the walls with dark curtains from inside that seem to be drawn shut. And the sign itself in the gold lettering reads Light's Respite. From the outside, you can smell a strong smell of various herbs and resins. As you begin to approach, it just kind of intensifies with each step as you take as you begin to approach the porch. You can hear footsteps and low chatter from inside the building.
Is there any indication as to what type of store this is?
Not directly.
Alright.
I guess we can assume, perhaps, it has something to do with, the botanical.
Yeah, when we're walking up, do we recognize, does Alvaro recognize any of the, does she see herbs in this garden, or is it mostly fruit and vegetable like the other places?
Well, like I said, there is no produce, it's just herb.
Yeah, she said.
Does she recognize, the herbs, though?
Yeah, you see some that you recognize.
Anything? I guess I wouldn't see Delrian.
No, you don't see
offhand.
specifically Delrian.
Yeah, that grows in cold environments too, I recall you saying. Okay. Alvaro's ready to go in.
Yeah, I'd say we should all
Let's-
walk up, give it a
Let's
shot.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you guys go in, let's take a break.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Break.
10-minute break for you
10-minute break!
to go get a little smoke, go take a little pee-pee, go get a little snack.
Don't say little pee-pee.
Little pee-pee.
Don't
That
say
means
little
that
pee-pee.
means get a little Pepsi. Go to the vending machine locally and get a Pepsi.
Okay.
I don't know what you meant.
What if we limited the break to 13 microseconds?
It's
I
over.
peed my pants. We're done.
It's over. Alright,
Be
y'all.
right back.
Let's take a 10-minute break, do what you gotta do, snack, pee, smoke, whatever it is you'd like, and we'll reconvene here in 10 minutes.
It was good.
BRB,
Lol.
lol.
For the world.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy. I am going to do a
Make
little bit
people
of
go
prep.
missing.
And there it is.
And there we are.
And there it is.
I don't know why I kept calling Shift Twitch. It's just like stuck in my brain.
I think it's hilarious, personally. And why shouldn't he be?
That's the
Twitch.
only way I know how to sippy Gruda.
That's a big sippy. We love numbers as big sippies.
Well, not all of us.
I'm gonna do a little bit of setup while we're on 10-minute break. How y'all doing? What's the latest dish? What has everyone been up to?
The latest dish is I bought a bunch of clothes today for my new job.
Oh, you bought some cloths.
Yeah.
Clothes?
I was gonna go to Macy's, and then I accidentally went into a place called Macy's Backstage, which is like I don't know. They they take Macy's products that I don't know. Something must be wrong with it, but they discount them heavily, and I got some good shit.
Nice.
I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I think it's a lot of like unsold merchandise or merchandise they bought in bulk, but they can't move. You know?
Well, I got some great stuff.
Nice.
There's no good way to make this look. I'm just gonna do that. Oh, this is silly.
Silly.
Just watching the Twitch right now can get a little glimpse into me just haphazardly placing shit down.
I must be following the wrong trends, Quentin, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's the trend. The what? Hold on. What? I turned my head to see what you were talking about, and excuse me. I'm scared.
I don't
don't
mean to yuck
know
anyone's yum though. I'm
anything
sure it's
about
great.
I'm sure it's great.
I'm very glad your roommate is enjoying it.
I'm back.
Ah, perfect timing. Zach, how do you feel about
No.
It's this new game.
No.
What game?
You know
check
the
the
one.
comment.
It's on all the trending pages.
It's trending.
It's
Everywhere.
trending, Zach. Surely you've heard of it.
Yeah, I definitely heard of that.
Oh my god, what did I just do, man?
That was an interesting one that was kind of going around. I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
You can't remember the name of it?
Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I'm making shit up. I have
Okay.
no fucking clue what they're talking about.
It's like, do you know?
No. No, I do not. I just kind of went along with the bit for a minute.
See,
When
I
you
have
remember the
no
name, let us know so we can trick one of the others into looking it up.
Oh, that's
yeah, let us
fucked
know
up.
so I can avoid it.
Yeah,
New
really.
trending
Yeah,
game.
just send me a DM with the name so I don't have to so I can avoid seeing it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm making shit up again. I still have no idea what you guys are talking about.
And this is on
It's on Steam.
this is
apparently.
on Steam. Okay, so I'm gonna avoid searching that on Steam then. Thank you.
98%.
What is this?
This is fucked up, guys.
Look it up.
98%.
No!
Does it have a lot of reviews? Like, will it front page for me, or is it like a dirty game?
It's a dirty game.
Oh,
Apparently.
I don't want to talk about the subject matter.
oh. Still
Zach,
no-
please don't tell me you're looking it up.
No, I'm not. What am I gonna look up? New dirty game? I'm gonna get like
No, he-
5,000 results.
Put the name of it in the chat.
Oh, you did? What chat? Shitpost?
It's in the Twitch channel.
Oh, goodness. Goodness.
I don't like this.
Clinton, what have you done? What have you done?
What did I come back into?
No, Brutus,
Nothing good.
Oh, I actually have seen the discourse around that game. Yeah, I know exactly the one that's being spoken about. I've seen it all over Twitter.
I don't want
I
to talk
haven't
about
played
it.
Is this-
Why do you know of it? Why is it on your Twitter?
I don't get to choose what's on my Twitter timeline.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
fair.
It suggests it based upon relevant stuff, I thought.
It no,
It's an
that,
Not
algorithm.
anymore.
that is not how that works. Twitter
Yeah.
shows me whatever the discourse is going on.
I thought there was a combo of trending and your algorithm.
Twitter's
There's
algorithm
there's
has gotten
two different
so
tabs.
fucked.
Yeah,
There's two different tabs.
Elon fucked it up.
Sorry, X. No,
Like he does everything.
I'm never gonna call it
Yeah.
that.
he did butcher it.
Well, to be fair, they actually did change the algorithm in like the past few months, into a 3D float mapping algorithm. I think it's called. It's kind of weird how like it follows things. I don't fully understand it. I'm not a tech person.
Anyway, suffice it to say, I do like the art style of the game, but I'm not gonna play it because it seems sus. Dun 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 dun.
It just seems
dun,
a little
dun, dun,
fucked up. Okay, let's see.
Speaking of algorithms,
Still...
I was going through TikTok earlier, and it was really funny because on my For You page, I got a TikTok of this person that made a quarry in their backyard, and then 3 pages later, I got another TikTok from a completely different person complaining about how their neighbor built a quarry in their backyard and they were calling the cops. And then 3 pages later, it was a TikTok from a police account saying how they were investigating someone building a quarry in their backyard.
Wait, is this the person that dug like a massive hole and like made like an elevator to bring the rocks out of their basement? Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like building a tunnel or whatever.
No, they're not building a tunnel. This is a full quarry. They're quarrying stone because they want to build like a stone castle out
I
of their
see.
house.
So we're probably talking about the same
Who's building a castle?
shit.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Some person is like mining, like in Minecraft,
Yeah,
to
I've
gather
seen
like
that.
sandstone, and then
Huh.
So needless to say, I am opening a quarry in my backyard. If anyone wants to come over and help out,
Okay.
you know, we'll
There's probably
Winnie
zoning
lost
laws against
control
that
of this.
if you're using your residential property.
I
for
did lose
investment.
control of the stream.
Well, my plan, if I ever do this, is instead of just building a quarry in the backyard, I'm actually going to go underneath my house, like from the basement, so that it's not even visible to the outside world. And they won't find out about it until it's too late.
That game.
Oh, it's so pretty here. In the little area that we're at.
My roommate is loving it. Good for your roommate. Oh, that's what it was saying.
And they were okay. You know, my roommate. My
Right.
roommate.
Oh,
All right.
right. Oh, right. Okay. Wowzer.
Did you just say wowzer?
Wowzer.
My glasses are fogging up over here. Woo.
Hey, yo.
No, I'm just kidding. I will not be getting the game.
And I'll tell you why. It's because I've already 100%ed it.
Quentin, you're killing me.
Quentin! Quentin! Oh boy.
Is that now the title of today's break?
I suppose so.
We are gonna get banned.
Nonsense.
Nuh-uh.
I think I'm gonna need a couple potions to make this all right.
No redeems, folks, and the gold is off. So I would redeem a group shot, but actually, I don't even have enough points.
I cannot do that.
We can't do it in October.
Can't do it in October anyway.
Mm.
But if people, what is it? It's a Ko-Fi donation, coffee donation, whatever it is.
My man just called it Ko-Fi.
Ko-Fi. Phonetically, that's how it should be spelled.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you, Greta.
Hey. Also, I'm in a bind.
Hey,
So, what?
what's your bind, my friend?
I got bacon jam, and I have nothing to eat it with, and I want some.
Eat it raw. Eat it raw.
Just
I'm
go grab
considering.
a spoon.
I went to
I'm
go potty. What
considering.
happened? Oh, thank you so much for the gift sub.
Gonzo said because somebody gift subbed, he's gonna just grab a handful of bacon jam and shove it down his gullet.
Excuse
Yep.
me?
You heard me.
Thank you so much. We get to make a saving throw, guys. It's saving throw number 32.
Saving
Yeah.
throw.
Saving throw. Saving throw.
Not quite like Pearl Jam, but she's
Although
Even
bacon jam is
though
very good.
breakfast meets sour toast.
There you go.
Now, if I roll a 6, Audrin has to shove something up his ass.
All right.
Yeah.
Chat gets to decide
It's a
what
3.
that is.
That means it's a hydrate sippy. Hydrate up, everyone.
Oh, that's boring.
I
Hydration.
keep
I
getting
need it,
fucking
bro.
hydrate sippies though. That's like our third 3 in a row when we've rolled a saving throw.
That's like the
That's
one
the
womp
roll of the
womp
dice.
of all the options.
It's the one what?
We keep passing.
That's like the it's the sad option. It's
It
like the
is.
losing
The
option.
sad option.
It's the saving throw technically. Like you pass the save.
It's like the pass.
You got 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
but
saving,
You know what?
but it's too safe.
Hold on.
Whoa! Thank you so much for giving out a community sub, Humi.
Thank you.
I want to use chat inspiration to re-roll the saving throw. Re-roll. All right,
That's pretty
one
cool,
more.
bro.
That makes saving throw number 33. Let's go. Audrin, shove something up his ass.
Ooh, we're close to a hype train apparently.
Oh.
We are close to a hype train. Hype train. Hype train.
Hype train.
Hype train.
All right, Maya.
Hype
What's a
train,
f-
hype
what's a
train,
four?
hype train, hype
A 4. That is
Hype
hype train.
Hype train!
Oh, thank you for giving out a community sub. Hype
Go,
train.
baby. Let's go.
Let's fucking. Oh my god, the emote for it is Audrin's emote.
I was just about to say.
Woo! You'll have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Exclusive emotes! Hype train!
Yeah.
Hype
Hype
train!
train.
Oh, Gruda, thank you so much for giving out another community sub.
All-time
Woo!
record has
DM, I do believe that is 2 more saving.
It is 2 more saving throws, but I gotta go over the. Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus. So a 4 means
Gosh,
I, the DM, get to pick someone to take a potion.
Ooh.
That was the first one that was rolled as part of this hype trade. So I pick Umi.
I've been
Whoa!
actually holding on to a tequila soda just for this one.
Wait a minute, Paper and Audryn gave out another community sub each. Thank you so much, everyone.
It's a good time to
Woo!
remind our new sub of the Discord, by the way. We have plenty of exclusives, games, rewards. Not really. I don't really have rewards.
We got
good
rewards.
conversation,
Also,
good conversation, exclusive subscriber game nights every month.
I give out art every month for our subs.
True, true.
yeah, we have a new announcement too for this month only. A big thank you to our new sponsor, Wendy's. Ever feel hungry for a delicious burger with bacon on it? Go to Wendy's for this month only. Get the spooky burger. It's green because it was left out too long.
That's just the nasty patty. Thank you so much for the hype train, everyone. We're at 77% on a level 2 hype train. But I gotta roll 4 saving throws real quick. That's gonna bring us up to 36. Let's go!
Drink their bacon sauce.
Oh,
I
no!
Umi has to drink a spoonful of bacon sauce because of Umi.
Thank you for the 100 bits! Guys, I got some bad news.
Yes.
So I rolled 4 saving throws just now.
Yeah.
One is a 1, which means everybody takes a sip. So everyone take a sip of your your
Already done.
your ale. I got another 4, which means I picked someone to take a potion. I'm picking Audryn.
Remember,
Alright.
remember, like
then
5
you
minutes
have to
ago
take
when
2?
Grutas said Winnie has lost control of the break
Yep,
of the channel.
it's happening
We are
again.
we are off the fucking rails on a hype train right now,
Fucking
alright?
shame.
Like,
What a fucking
We're
hype
going
train.
off-roading on this train.
I'm going on record to say that Gruton made me do it. Yeah, they put a gun to my head.
No. Now,
Tell me.
now here comes the real bad news. I rolled 2 2s, which means that's 2 shots for or 2 potions for me.
But you are the DM, so you can pass any of those off.
No,
if
I
you want to.
can't. No, I can't. That's not how it works.
I will volunteer as tribute if you need it.
If I take, I can last with 2. Any more than 2 that's when shit's gonna start getting dicey.
This.
I just got this delicious, brand new, very nice bourbon today, so this works out nicely. I'm gonna go get a chaser real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go pour 2 potions. I will be right. Humi.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Thank you so much, Humi.
I got you!
Thank you so much for the
how many-
1,000 bits.
How many more saving throws is that?
That's 3 more saving throws, and since Valana donated 100, that means technically 100 more bits, and that's another saving throw. So we're 100 bits away for 4 more saving throws to make it 40.
Do you
I gotta
wanna
go
roll
pour
those
2 shots.
before?
Or I'm sorry,
'Cause
potions.
you might have to pour more potions.
I don't want to
True.
talk about that real quick. I'll be right back.
Throw a couple potions in there. Bring out your alchemy set. AKA your decanter.
Does anyone have 100 bits?
I do not right now.
I do not.
I don't. I spent my 100.
Gruta,
No, but I'm
you're a
gonna roll
visionary.
100 d20s in Tailspire and make the entire game crash.
Yes.
Do it!
Oh, the maximum is 40. This sucks.
Oh.
You can roll it multiple times.
Ooh.
390.
That's not that much, actually.
Yeah, I think
That's very low.
Someone
Yeah.
is coming into my room. They can't get the door open.
the total was 800.
Damn you! I had a cupcake.
You're about to have
I had a whole chocolate cupcake, Derek. Oh my god.
What the
Derek just
fuck's
came into my
happening
room
over there?
and forced cake upon me.
Oh my god.
Not a bad, conundrum. to
Thank
be
you,
in.
Gruta.
Oh my god, numbers.
What the fuck did I just walk
Ooh,
into?
Another 100.
Jesus Christ!
Just whipping
How many of
D20s.
those were 20s? 1, 2. I only counted 2. Damn it.
Yeah, man, you are not rolling hot tonight.
1, 2. Just 2, I think. God,
I mean,
you
they-
rolled that many in no 3.
All right. I'm gonna pour a shot right now.
So I just got back and saw we have another 100 bits from our dear Gruta. What?
So
Who's
that's
rolling a
4 saving
d20?
throws.
Well, he
That's
rolled
worse.
a lot of them.
Whoa! What the fuck's happening?
For every for
One,
every point that he
3,
rolled, someone needs to take a
4.
potion.
Excuse
You
me?
rolled 4, remember?
That's 453 potions that need to be taken.
I need a
my
favor, and I
God.
need it specifically from Humi.
Yes.
Can you sing me a backtrack song while I take the shot?
Gruta, my control's slipping away even
wrong.
further because I have 2
Yeah, just like
potions.
give me like some
No,
humming,
I don't-
like elevator music is what I'm thinking.
You're the bard.
Dun,
I don't
dun,
think you
dun,
understand,
dun,
Winter.
dun,
You
dun,
walked
we
away
go.
and I
Yeah,
knocked
that's what
you
I'm
out of the
talking
control room. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
mods
pretty
just kind of
good.
let this one
Two.
slip through the cracks a little bit.
The inmates are running the asylum.
So I'm gonna take 2 potions. Also, I'd like to say I went downstairs and Audrey threatened me.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
beats
Did he
me.
threaten you with a cupcake?
I said, and I quote, if you don't give me one of those shots, I will kill myself.
Whoa, whoa.
Milana, thank you
Let's
for
calm
100
down.
more bits.
Oh.
I have to roll 4 more saving throws, but before I
Oh my
do that,
God.
Oh, I didn't see that Grutas did it. That's why I did the 100. Well, it's fine.
Gruta did.
Well, that means 200 more and we get another.
But yeah,
I
200
don't
more
have that.
from 5 saving throws. However, I'm going to take 2 potions. One moment. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, Derry.
Ah!
I will
Okay, one
take
more potion.
In solidarity with you.
Now just be
I
careful.
would hold your horses. You
Oh my god.
don't know what's gonna happen.
We're
with
100
these
bits
next,
away from
these next
5
4.
saving throws left to roll. Cheers
I'm
on the
sorry,
second-
numbers.
on
I
the
already
second potion.
took it.
Winnie could roll 4 6s, at which
Give them
point
all to-
we would have to roll 4 d20s. At which point we could conceivably need to chug for like a minute.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
2 back to back is not good. Okay. 4 more d6s. Are you ready? Here they go!
5 more.
I think that's up. I think that's
And
Oh
an
my God.
additional one! Oh god, that's 2 more 2s. I can't do that.
Oh.
You can
Yeah.
pawn those off.
I have
You
to
gotta
pawn
roll
those
that
off on
about.
somebody. I can't.
Winnie, please. I
Too
can
hydrated.
take it.
Okay, so Humi, you get one.
You should re-roll the 2s. Just re-roll them until you get something other than a 2.
You want me to re-roll them or pass them on?
Yeah.
Who wants
No, because
No, pass them on.
No, pass them on.
Okay,
Pass
pass
them
them on.
I got a conductor badge.
Woo! Thank you so much, everyone, for the level 3 hype train. That was amazing.
We got custom emotes.
We got emotes for that. That's cool.
Oh.
You,
That's fun.
you know what? Gruta, you get one. you get one. And you know what? We got 2 3s, which means 2 hydrate sippies. So everyone, be sure to get a nice little hydrate in there.
Hydrates.
Humi, you get one.
Hydrating all night, baby.
You take a potion.
I am literally full of pilk right now.
The fuck is pilk?
It's Pepsi and milk mixed together.
Oh.
Excuse me?
I mixed it together and I drank it. I'm full of pilk.
Anguish.
Ooh, rum and coke sounds good.
Pain.
How about
Rum
a
and-
Coke?
Rum and milk,
No!
Rum and milk.
otherwise known as pum.
Rilk.
Well, we also rolled a 6, gang.
Yes.
That means it's
Let's
time for
do
the
it.
D20.
Bust it out.
Alright, here it goes. It is an 18, so that is a sip for 9 seconds.
Hi,
All right.
Captain.
9
I will be
seconds
right
sip.
back. I need to grab another drink.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start mine. Let's go.
I figure out how we can count down while we're all sipping. You just listen to me sip for 9 seconds and you follow along.
The calendar
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I can't do it for like 9 consecutive seconds. I have to
That's a
split
lot
it
of
up.
seconds.
I would have
Yeah.
been pretty impressed, actually.
Yeah.
That would have been a big burpee after.
All right, here we go. 9 seconds.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'll count. 1
Oh, it's
Mississippi.
fucking hard.
2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi.
I finished my drink. I
9.
finished my drink.
Okay. I figured probably that would happen.
Thank you all so much for the gift subs and for the bits donations. You guys are amazing, and we all really appreciate you and love you all so much.
And for this month only, subscribe to Roll for Your Lives and get a coupon to Wendy's. Get the Scary Patty, a patty that is both green and slimy. They put it on the floor for a little bit to marinate it.
A little bit. With those preservatives, that thing's on there for 6 months.
Audrey, when can you remind us all when the release of the Audrey body pillows is?
Oh, yeah.
For this month only, subscribe to Roll for Your Lives and get the Audrin body pillow. Squeeze it once and it'll say, "I'm afraid of commitment." Squeeze it twice. Squeeze it twice, and the real Audrin will appear underneath your bed, but only at 3 a.m. while you're sleeping, and he'll say, "I'm here."
Call him in the next 5 minutes, and we'll throw in a bottle of pum.
Yeah,
A
baby.
bottle of pum? Oh,
But subscribe
no.
within the next 10 seconds and we'll double the offer. And you'll also get the signature Audrin body pillow scent, which smells a little bit like seawater and pilk.
Numbers, can we get you and your video editing skills on to make us kind of like a 90s, early 2000s, like advertising commercial, like Betty Crocker style type
That'd be
commercial?
amazing. Maybe.
Within the next 5 seconds, and you'll get not 2, not 3, but 1 pat on the back.
That's a lot of bats.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, guys. We did 10 saving throws just then.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Are we back from break?
And I'm
Yeah,
Stone
we've
Cold
been
Summer.
back from break. Or from break.
Stone Cold Steve
Proof
Austin.
at Discord!
Proof at Discord!
Proof!
Speaking of Discord, for all of our game shenanigans and subscriber perks and rewards, please head on over to our Discord server. Where we do all we have fun here.
We literally cause trouble constantly.
Mina, turn around in game.
What?
What?
Turn Mina around in Telstar.
You want Mina to be backwards?
No, she is backwards.
Not for me.
No.
Oh.
Not for me.
Oh. She's
Just for me.
sideways for me. Now you made me backward. Oh, I had us all. Well, me, Aldrin, and Alvaro were all facing a certain way. I wanted my own little screen cap of us.
To say on mine, you guys are already all facing the same direction. Now you're facing backwards.
That's so weird.
No,
That's
no. For my screen too, Mina is sideways.
That's not the deal for mine.
Well, our screen is right.
Oh, I had gone with the
Yeah,
other group.
Mina's not even over here. I was gonna say, what the hell?
Yeah, I was
Mina's
about to say
here.
I went with the I was supposed to be
no,
with the other group.
Oh, you're with the other team?
Right. Yeah, I had just given Audrin that
Oh yeah. It's
Right,
just
right,
us
right.
three and shift.
Yes, yes, yes.
Alright, Mina. I'm gonna
just kill me.
I'm gonna kill you on the menu. There you go.
No.
It's alright. Alright. So resuming session, as you guys approached the front of this building, what do you do?
Enter
Walk
if
it up,
Door's
baby.
unlocked.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, the door's
Oh,
unlocked, and you hear conversation coming from within.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter.
Okay.
Oh.
Goddard, are you good?
We're gonna kick the fucking door down.
Oh my god. Alright.
Aldrin.
So,
Come in.
May we enter?
Yes, you may.
Splendid.
So as you walk in, you see a more of a dimly lit interior, and you see a wall that's kind of lined with general goods, various different vials. Please ignore the fact that these people look straight up like fucking cult members. This is the only mini that has just people wearing robes. That
One
Tailspire
was a
has.
statue on
They
top
look,
of the thing.
dude, they look raw as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they look cool.
Well,
I think.
I'm glad. Hold on, he's literally on top of the thing. That's not
They
what I
look
wanted.
like they're saying, "Dorime, spirit is undead."
They're just you see a few people, and they're all wearing the same kind of dark robe garb. Most of which are just kind of lined with silver. And these darkened robes as they are just going about their business. Some are carrying vials to and from, some are collecting herbs and sorting and writing on sheets of parchment. There's one that's handling a couple different, what you can assume to be customers at this counter.
Dark robes, you say?
Dark robes.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Psycho Mantis.
Iron chemist.
Are they similar in color to the dark robe material that I gave Audrin?
No, these are like kind of charcoal. The one that you picked up is kind of like a navy.
Oh my god, it's someone in the Navy.
If we need any persuasion, let me do it. I got a +5.
We're all very persuasive people.
As you walk in, the person at the front counter,
Alright,
like,
cool.
while they are mid-conversation and kind of like a hushed, like, lower tone as they are, like, it's kind of like, library style, talking, like, in a lower volume as they are talking to this patron there at the front. You do get a nod of acknowledgement from the person at the counter, however, they then continue their quiet conversation with the person in the front.
Oh, so what? We gotta wait in line behind Yukon Cornelius here?
That's just patient.
That's not a reference I was expecting tonight.
I mean, look at him. Tell me he's anything but. He's got a red beard and everything.
Yahoo!
He's adorable.
Alvara's gonna look around on the shelves and kind of try to see what she finds in the store. What type of shop is this? Because I know we couldn't discern from the sign outside. Do we now know that it's like an apothecary of sorts?
You can kind of assume it's an apothecary to get like a deeper look at what these kind of wares are having, what people are picking up, and what's just kind of generally available. Make a perception check to see what all you find around you
May I
in
look
the
at
slow lighting.
On the right side, since she's looking on the left.
Rolling
Sure.
like a
Cover
dice.
more ground. Alright, let me roll perception. It's probably not going to be
Don't
good,
forget, y'all have inspiration, and it
I
will
don't.
end tonight.
Okay.
I don't have
I would
it.
like
It's
to
no
use
amount.
my inspiration.
Oh,
You have luck too, by the way.
Yeah, you have luck.
Rarely use.
21.
anyone?
I don't need it. 21.
Audra, what are you doing as they begin kind of searching for wares?
He's holding.
He's going to kind of sidle up next to the fire, warm his hands a little bit, and he's gonna subtly try to eavesdrop and overhear what's being said between Yukon Cornelius and the cleric.
You leave him alone, Audrey.
What's wrong with Yukon Cornelius?
I don't know. Have you tried talking to him about silver and gold?
It'll win him over real quick. Just lay on the charm.
All right. You roll a perception check as well to see if you can hear the words being exchanged. And while that's happening, you also have shift with you, I imagine.
Why is that die
Yes.
so big? Yeah, shift is with me.
Okay.
But
Shift is indoors.
Is he allowed in? Did the shopkeeper say anything when he comes in?
Not immediately. So,
He's a good boy.
Alvara and Valana, as you guys begin searching shelves, Alvara, what you notice is a lot of different types of little potions and things that you aren't too unfamiliar with. You see a lot of different, like, herbal remedies and cures for just various minor illnesses. You see, like, little sachet packs with different types of herbs inside of them for different purposes. It just kind of seems like a bit of like a traditional, medicinal apothecary, where people will come to treat an ailment, and so far, just nothing out of the ordinary really catches your eye. Valada, as you are searching around, you notice just about the same. You see a lot of different types of potions and containers, and while you're not 100% sure what these all might do, you do notice, as you kind of glance around, they're farther back, there's other types of vials and potions that you don't necessarily have access to, as they seem to be kind of kept under like a little bit of lock and key. by these shop owners as they begin to work on them and mix different herbs and reagents together. That kind of seems like these might be the more like, okay, these are like the more expensive ones for like different, more serious matters.
Okay.
Audryn, you rolled a what, 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with a 16, you sidle up to this fire and, you warm your hands, and as you're trying to gain a little bit of a listen, you don't catch all of the words that are being exchanged here. Posture check, everyone. Thank you, Zach. You begin to listen in, and what you do manage to hear from the little bits that kind of fade in and out is you hear, oh, hydrate sippy, thank you, Gruta. You hear on the lines of, I forgot to inform you. This is coming from the shopkeep. With and there's some muttering in between, and then you hear, there's been a slight increase. And then there's some more muttering as the person that they're standing there is nodding and goes, and the last thing you hear is, well, due to the severity, we are increasing every month's treatment to 2,000. And then there's a little more muttering, and you hear a little bit of retaliation coming from the person standing there, but you're not quite catching what they're saying.
All right. I will take a note to that.
It's all become clear to me. The murderer is like a Walter White type. Trying to pay for their medication.
Walter White scenario.
Put the gun down, Walter.
I liked it. I was good at it.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
I guess at this point, just waiting in line until this dwarven man is away from the counter, so we may have a word.
This is not a dwarf.
Who's this man?
He's a human prospector.
So, no.
No, he's not. What?
So, I'll just
yeah.
describe this guy for you. So he's standing at this counter, talking to this gentleman that is helping him. And you see that this is a human man.
Okay.
That'd be really fucking funny if it was a dwarf that was that tall.
I had a weird angle. I'm sorry.
So you see the person that's at the counter right now that seems to be purchasing some type of potion or reagent. They look to be about a middle-aged human male. They have moderately kind of tanned skin and they're talking in a hushed tone, so it's kind of hard to tell what they sound like necessarily. But he's got a large kind of hat on, kind of like what you would see from someone that tries to keep the sun out of their eyes. And he's wearing a warm, kind of large poncho type fabric, I would call it.
Is he hot?
He has longer black hair that is beginning to show signs of graying. A little bit of salt and pepper action.
A salt and pepper man.
He's a little salt and pepper.
He's older and he's got black hair.
Answer the question, DM. Is he fuckable?
Sure. He's fuckable, and he's tall. I would say he's probably at least 6'4".
Oh, it just keeps getting
He's got some salt and pepper stubble as well, growing on his chin, and he's not lithe. He's kind of a stronger sized man. It looks like he does a lot of heavy work for a living. He's not dressed particularly fancy, but he's not dressed particularly
Look, we amongst the council cannot get any more aroused.
It's a man.
I'm so serious. How do I pursue this person? Just kidding. Go ahead.
He has kind of these ash gray eyes, and a little bit of a gruff toned, rough kind of rasp to his voice as he's having this conversation. And as things are going on, Audryn, you notice that his voice is starting to not be quite as quiet as he is arguing a little, and you hear him say this is outrageous. How do you expect me to keep paying for this? And there's a little bit more conversation before he finally hands the person a sachet of gold and takes a tiny, minuscule little vial of something and begins to pocket it and prepare to make their way and leave.
I was going to approach him.
You're
I was-
approaching him?
Or I'm gonna wait for him to walk by. Unless Audrey, if you had something, go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just curious as to what was going on. I was gonna see if.
No, go get that bag, girl. I'm not
No, that's
stopping
not what I was doing.
you. No, okay.
So he begins to kind of, in a little bit of like a stiff walk, make his way towards the door.
Be mean to me, but Valana's gonna say, "Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?"
And he looks to you and he goes, as long as it's brief, young lass, what can I help you with?
I couldn't help but wait. Did I overhear this? them
No,
arguing?
only Audra did.
Then, because I thought because you said it got louder, I could have overheard. Ignore all of that happening. Audrey, take it away.
Well,
gonna go off
now
of
you're
me
talking
hearing
to
it.
him, so
So,
No,
Audrey,
no,
You
no!
can't
Pretend it
retcon
didn't
it.
we
happen.
can't retcon it.
Okay, then I'll say, my good friend Audrey, he had a question to ask you. And I'm gonna look at Audrey and say, please. I'm gonna look him in the eyes. Please help. Please
I'm
help.
just gonna look to Valana, then look to Yukon, and then he's gonna be like, aye, lad. As a matter of fact, yeah, begging your pardon, but I couldn't help but overhearing a little bit of your conversation. Hope you'll excuse me. What is it you are in the market for? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Audrey, with your passive perception of 18, you would notice that while Shift is kind of just overwhelmed in general by all these strong smells, and it smells strong in this building, even for you guys. It is very herbaceous and like there's like a thick amber resin smell.
She's called the Stinky.
It's all not stinky, it's just pungent's not the right word.
You said even for you guys. You said, even for you stink masters.
That's not what I meant. I meant even like for dogs' noses are like sensitive, but even like for human noses, this is a bit much.
Oh, that's true.
Just
Okay.
like imagine. A lot of
I'm not a
different
human.
sense.
Even
I'm
for
an
elven
Eladrin.
noses, this is a bit much.
Excuse
Whoa.
you?
Now it's getting serious.
Now it's personal.
Audrey, with your passive perception of 18, you would notice Shift. Through the midst of all this, his head kind of perks up a little bit, only for a moment, towards the direction of this man, and then continues about all the other shit he's gotten lost with.
Oh boy. Okay.
So,
Take a note of that.
he looks to you and he sighs and he goes, "There's not much anyone can help me with, but, we're all just trying to make it out here, so, thank you for your concern, but this, and he pats kind of his side pouch where he put whatever it is that he has purchased. This needs my immediate attention, so, I'll be taking my leave now, but good day."
Audrey, if he can, is going to, like, in a non-threatening way, kind of step between this man and the door.
In a non-threatening way.
In a nice way.
Just right there next to him, just like, this is great.
And kind of like, and less of a way that's like, hey, stop, and more of a way that's like, hold on a minute.
Nicely possible. I'm going to prevent you from leaving.
Closes the door.
Well, it's not gonna just stay open.
That's funny though.
And then he's gonna say, no, hold on. I run amongst many circles. It's possible I know some suppliers that might be able to help you out. If you provide me with a little more information, who knows what could happen.
Kind of quirks an eyebrow to you and he goes, "What kind of market are you talking about?"
Let's just say a market most auspicious, my friend.
Roll a persuasion check.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, well, would this be more deception? Yeah, roll
I
a
think-
deception check.
Yeah, I'm straight lying.
Yeah, you're lying. Hold up.
I don't run in these
Yeah.
fucking circles. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck is up, baby? I be lying like a motherfucker.
21. 21.
Oh,
I
no,
am talking out my ass.
He kind of crosses his arms a little bit and stops where he is, and not in like an angry kind of way, but like how when you're just like in a resting position. So he kind of crosses his arms and he assesses you for a minute. Before kind of sighing to himself and goes, "I've tried just about all I can imagine, so I don't think there's much more you could help me unless you're willing to go out into the ends of the world and back, though we are strangers, and you don't know me, I don't know you, so I don't know why you would to begin with, unless it's gold you're after."
There's a market for many things, my friend, not just for gold. Well, why don't you start with names and we'll work out from there.
You look like someone who's had a bit of experience out in the water.
As a matter of fact, I get it a lot.
I'm about the same. And you notice that he looks a bit like his skin is that same like tanned, weather-worn skin that you have actually, just he's older.
Wait a minute.
Is this my dad?
Wait a minute. Hold on, I need a second. Let me just give me a second.
Does Shift try interacting with him?
No, just
Give
a
Aldrin
second.
a second.
Is this backstory stuff?
Do I recognize this man upon looking closer to him?
No, you've never seen this man before.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Yes, so he was saying something about the sea.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if you notice as you were looking at him and assessing him, he looks the same kind of like tanned, weather-worn, the same that you do. So like he also looks as if he spent a lot of good time outside or at the very least on the waters.
So, Audrin is going to reach to his pocket and pull out a coin. He's going to flip it between his knuckles a little bit and flash it to the man. It's a coin of Ballister, Port Ballister, and he's going to see what the reaction is.
His eyes roll. Roll an insight check.
Okay.
When I talk to this man, can I roll an insight check to see if he was attracted to me?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Work with me, please. For fuck's sake! I mean, yeah, that's fine.
12.
So you both rolled a 12 for insight?
No, but
I wanted to know if he
mine
was
was a
attracted
13.
to me.
Mine was a 13.
Yours was a 13?
Yeah. Not that makes a difference.
No,
but-
mine says 12 on my screen.
Is it a 12? Okay, my bad. Okay, it's a 12. Not that a 12 and a 13.
A 7 plus 5.
I'm not passing any checks with that.
13 was the check.
Oh, you just missed it. No, I'm just kidding. Valana, from your brief interaction with the man, you could see that he just doesn't seem to have any, like, interest in, like... There was no, like, romantic or physical, like, interest.
God damn it.
That you
She's
could
hot.
tell anyway.
What's he doing?
You spared a word with him, alright? You gotta try a little harder with him.
I know.
Wasn't love at first sight, though. It's just
Damn it! It was
Audrin,
for Velada.
he gives you, like, a little bit of a nod of, like, recognition, though you don't see any, like, change of expression on his face. He's keeping it close to sleeve, and he's a little bit hard to read. He nods to you, and he goes, "Huh. Traveled quite a bit of ways to get that, have you? Where are you from, lad?"
So he takes the coin, as he flips it between his knuckles, he lands it on the flat of his thumb, flicks it once, and then deftly lands the coin in his jacket pocket, and he says, "I didn't trade for that, lad. Like I've been saying, I've been running in many circles for some time. Matter of fact, I could be that I have my fingers on the pulse of the kind of market that you need."
He sighs and he goes, "You real don't travel to the cold depths that you would need to in order to get what I'm looking after. And even then, I wouldn't even know what to do with it. You see, I rely on this place. But it's a kind gesture. However, this is of urgent matter, and I do need to be on my way, but I appreciate your time and concern for that of a stranger.
So
You don't see
he's
that
gonna
much
step-
anymore."
He's going to step out of the way between him and the door, and he's going to say, "Very well then, lad, but before you're leaving, at least tell me what place you have in mind."
What are you asking?
He's asking what the place that he's referencing is.
What place?
He just said he relies on a place.
He said this place.
Oh, this place. Okay. In that case, instead of that, he'll say, "Can you at least tell me what it is that you're dealing in?"
He just kind of... He avoids your gaze at this as he continues to kind of walk towards the door, and he goes, "You give a lot for those that you love." And then he just kind of leaves.
Right then. Yeah. not a lot to work with, but hey, we'll take what we can get.
You did a good job, though, trying to get the info.
Thank you.
So while that was happening, I think Alvaro would have been talking with the shopkeeper and trying to figure some things out.
Okay. What's the interaction you're looking to have here?
So I think she stepped up as he stepped away and had his encounter with the other two. And Alvaro would sort of be just, little cordial introduction and then say, I'm from a sort of unique Fey healing collective here in town, and I'm looking for some rare medicinal herbs for some friends of mine. You see, we've been traveling, doing some dealings in the area before we head back to the Feywild, and I was wondering if you could assist me with some herbs I need.
Just for the sake of that cover you just made, roll a deception check.
Yeah.
Just to see if he believes that you're actually from a Fey collective.
Well, would it be? Is it true? Would it
No,
be
that
deception?
is not true at
No,
all.
that's a lie.
Oh.
It's a
Would
9.
he have advantage since they
Yes,
are?
They are
since
a
he's Fey?
Feywild creature.
Not necessarily. I mean, just because you're human, does that give you advantage because you're saying you're from some kind of human chef guild or something?
Well, it's a lot
Should.
more common compared to a Fey, but
Now, he did come in with a dog that has like a horn on his head. I mean, that's not so.
Wait, Shift has a horn on his head?
Yeah.
I thought he just looked like a German Shepherd. That's just like gray and purple.
So did I.
No.
Since
look
when
at
did he
the
have a
mini.
horn?
It's got
Look
a
at the mini. He has a little
I
horn.
thought that was like a little gem.
I thought that was a little
Yeah.
tough to fur.
Oh no,
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 it's a
that's like a
horn, yeah.
little like horn or gem. Yeah, horn or
This
gem.
dog's a unicorn?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes things so much different. This dog's getting even more strange looks, where he would have this past as just like a weird, but mostly like normal dog. Now he's got a fucking unicorn horn. Okay,
Someone's gonna try to steal him.
yeah, really, or kill him.
It will
No.
not let that happen. I will kill anybody who comes too close to him.
Thank you.
So the shopkeep kind of keeps a straight expression as he's talking to you, and he goes, and as you see, this is like an older human gentleman. He gives you a nod and goes, "Well, what is it that you are looking for? We have quite the dealings here."
So, using her knowledge of alchemy and herbalism, Avara's gonna make up a few ingredients that would make sense as healing herbs, and then interweave Delrian into that, so that way she's not just like, Delrian!
I
she'll,
want
you know-
Delrian!
I came here for one thing and one thing only. No, so she'll throw a few things in, maybe a little common, maybe a little uncommon, just based on her knowledge that she can recall readily, and then add Delrian like somewhere in the middle.
Okay, so as you do, he doesn't like go off into detail about every single herb they grow and supply here, though he does kind of cover his bases in terms of like general healing herbs, whether they're common, uncommon. He happens to bring up herbs such as what are some? Ashine is one. There is Gardax is another one, which you would know are made from roots found in the deep forest. There's Hellebal, which is another plant that's found in the forest on a little bit of like higher treetops growing on the sides. And then, before, not last, but he does get to it eventually, he mentions Delrian as part of like a collective of the more rare things they supply, and he says, "Well, since you asked about it, in terms of Delrian, we do indeed supply it. However, because of its nature and location, it has become much, much harder to source. So if this is something that you were interested in, while it is something that we could potentially procure, however, the cost of such would be greater than that of normal. We are increasing our supply, our pricing of Delrian.
And what is the cost currently?
For a vial, it will run you about 2,000 gold pieces."
Alvara's gonna slam her left hand on the table at that and stare wide-eyed.
It's steep, I know, but given the nature of this medication, it is quite hard to get your hands on, and even harder to bring back, given the state of Decria as it is.
Right. And Navarra's aware of the state of Decay, given that's kind of where the undead are rising. But she's still going to inquire a little further. And what is making it so hard to retrieve right now? I've heard of the rumors, of course, but you understand we haven't been in town very long.
Well, Delvrian is a little harder to come by because for us to get it, you know it grows in that of more Arctic environments, and to get to that you'd have to go closer to Froisal, which seems to be where the larger abundance of this undead plague just seems to be spreading and pouring out. It's hard for us to get there as it is, given the current weather conditions, and especially now that we're about to enter the winter climates of the year, but just everything together, it's making it much harder to get our hands on this kind of expedition for this drug.
Very well. I will talk to my party regarding the provisions we need, given the uptick in the pricing, and I shall get back to you.
He gives you a nod and says, if there's anything else I can help you with during your visit, please let me know.
Oh, Audrin, that guy
Audrin,
is seeming
walk away.
very suspicious now.
So that probably would have been happening while they were talking to the guy. I don't know if one lasted longer than the other.
I would say they're like happening simultaneously.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So I'll turn around and see the group, presumably, and just reconvene with them, but I'm not going to say anything or do anything. Trying to keep up the little Faye, healing party shtick, and she's just going to kind of walk out. But give, small, very shallow nods to each of them as she makes her leave.
Okay.
Alright, we will follow suit. Well, I will, at least.
Yeah, me as well.
Can Volana roll to see if she can spot her lost lover anywhere in the distance?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. I would like to use my point of luck.
Okay.
I give up. I'm
You do not
wasting
spot them in the crowd. They have long vanished amongst the crowd.
I'm not wasting 2 more on that. Even though it seems like a lead.
Is there anyone in this area, or is this more of like a side nook and we can kind of talk in private a little?
It's a little bit of a side nook. You notice that this place tends to have its own little tucked area in the specific little street corner.
So seeing
Oh.
that, Amara's gonna talk and just kind of relay.
We're sitting at the table together. We're
yeah.
Get on the table,
cappuccinos.
Can Shift go on my lap? Shift, come on my lap, buddy. And Volana's gonna try and attempt to get him to come on her lap.
The price
Oh, what a boy. She's gonna give him so many pets and kisses.
He's a very good boy.
the price of Delrian is incredibly expensive here. 2,000 gold for a simple vial. Given the current circumstances in Froisal.
That's insane. What are the circumstances?
Avara's just gonna look at her and then gesture down to herself, like, sort of saying, us coming back to life type shit.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, lass, that, if you're asking me, I'd say that tells a bit of a story, it does. So at the very least, it's information we can use.
Well, what did you gather? You guys were talking to someone behind me, I think.
Aldrin did most of the talking. I just sort of stood to the side awkwardly.
Tried to jimmy what information I could out of the man, but most I could glean was that he was making some sort of dealings for someone he loved.
Avara's gonna look away at this and just go, haven't we all?
Haven't we most?
Nothing else came of use from that conversation? There was no other information that could have been useful?
Not in particular, as a matter of fact. I laid on the charm, but he seemed guarded, and I don't blame him.
I understand.
Alright.
Well, what now?
I
Well-
suppose we should head back with the others.
Aye then.
I looked at
Let's-
Volana.
Wait, and who noticed that Shift's attention drew to that man?
Audra noticed that Shift's nose kind of tended to lean towards that man before Shift got distracted again. Only
Feel like
Audra
we
noticed.
Damn it, I really feel like we lost a potential suspect.
Which, Audrey, did you say anything about that or no?
No, I didn't.
Aldrin withheld a lot here. Because he also saw the guy make like an expensive purchase and get a small vial. So
Everyone.
I relayed that
Well,
info
first of all,
Aldrin
everyone
had
saw
to
that.
No, we
Everyone's.
didn't.
You guys saw him make the deal. The only difference is that he heard a little bit of what was going on. He didn't hear
Yeah.
the particulars.
No, we
With
were
Valana-
looking through vials and herbs and stuff at that time. We weren't like looking to see him
Oh,
get a
well,
small
in
vial.
that case, Audrey would definitely relay like
Okay.
the basics of that.
In that case,
But you asked me what the conversation yielded. The conversation between me and the man, and that's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
yielded.
well, Valana
You didn't ask me what I saw or heard, because my assumption was that you guys saw the same thing I did.
Well, just so we're on the same page, because out of character, I just want to make sure I don't want to like metagame later. Do you convey to us your observation as well, or no?
As soon as I gleaned that you guys were not paying as much of attention as Audrin was, Audrin would probably give you a recounting of everything he saw and heard in that shop. Every single thing.
So
down
then
to the number.
Alvara's going to say, so I think it would be safe to presume that it's quite plausible our salt and pepper man there was purchasing a sort of rare vial of something as well, and it's very quite possibly Delrian.
It could be. And
Couldn't
his name
ask for a
is Salt
number.
and Pepper Daddy. Thank you.
I will never be calling him that.
He could have been not even a suspect, but a potential source to find more information. Aldrin tried the best he could. I saw that, but there's no way of us finding him now. I can't think of one. He must be
Chances
long
are
gone.
he'll stay within the walls of this town, so we can
That's
see what
true.
we'll find.
I
Shift reacting.
Shift reacting, or is that
I don't know.
Shift?
Humi's
Yes,
doing that.
Shift is reacting.
Shift. She's gonna say, "Yes, boy. Is something wrong? Maybe he still has the scent.
Oof.
Do you still have the scent, buddy? Okay.
So Shift
okay.
starts jump around. Jump up, and get down.
Get down.
Shift is pizzing around.
Does he seem like he has an idea of, or he still has a trail that he would like to follow and that he's trying to get us to follow him?
Roll an animal handling check.
Okay.
As this is happening, Alvara's going to stare at Audrin while Valana's addressing Shift and go, well, like it or not, it's the only lead we have so far, so we might want to look into it further.
I'm going to use one more point of
Oh,
luck.
yeah. I tend to be like-minded.
Oh my god, it's exactly the
Wow.
same.
Oh no.
11s. With an 11, you notice that Shift is more or less implying that they might still be of further assistance.
Okay. Well, I'll tell Shift, whatever you've got, lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Shift goes up to Audrin.
Okay, he hates me.
Audrin's gonna pet him behind his ears again. He's gonna be like, all right, lad. You saw what I saw. You lead the way, I'll follow.
Shift is looking at you expectantly.
Well, now, hold on a second, lad. You're the one with the nose.
Does he want to sniff the cloth again? I don't know.
So he's gonna, all right, yeah, that's a good idea. So Audrin's gonna take out the cloth and present it to him.
Okay. Shift takes one more deep inhale of it, and he takes a minute. He kind of stops. He looks as if he's like kind of thinking for a minute, at least what you can tell from a dog, with his brow just like a little furrowed and his ears back before they perk back up straight. And he does like a little dash, and he dashes up towards the stairs, and he does a little trot around. He does a little wrap around, goes over this way before barking and beginning to trot off this way with his nose to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's after that dog.
Yeah! Come on, Scooby, you can do this. He'll do anything for a Scooby snack.
Would you do it for 2 Scooby snacks?
Right.
That's all it takes to throw your life and limb at risk.
So,
2 Scooby snacks.
as group Scooby begins to
Yeah.
follow off towards Shift after having an interesting interaction with an unknown customer in a little tucked away apothecary, we're going to call the session here.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, good one.
That was a fantastic session.
Great job, team. Getting closer and closer to for a day to pass.
Great
Hell
job,
yeah.
gang. Another mystery solved.
I think it's funny that it's been 3 days. Like, not 3 days, but like 3 sessions, and like it's still the same day.
We're
it hasn't
busy!
even been like 8 hours.
It hasn't even
We're
been
not-
8 hours.
We're not covering a lot of ground.
I know.
But to be fair, we're not, but we're also doing very exposition heavy sessions. There's a lot of information being passed around right now.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like we're trying our best to go off of what little it seems right now we have, unless we're just really bad at connecting dots. I don't know.
Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get into a round table. Let's start with Audryn. Audryn?
All right. Frankly, I would give it to Shift if I could, but
I was gonna say the same thing.
since I can't, I'm gonna give it to Valana for doing a lot of the party leading this session. For good instincts and just taking the front a bit and more of a prominent role. And I really appreciate that, and I feel like you did a good job speaking, and kind of like your instincts were good as well.
Alright. Alvara?
I am going to give it to Audryn this session. It's between him and Valana, but I think he did a good job with his interaction and interrogating of a potential suspect. So that's why he gets it for me.
Yahoo! Thank you.
Really,
Right.
our only suspect right now.
Valana?
Me, it was between Alvara and Audryn. I'm gonna. Oh, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Audryn this sesh for talking to Big Daddy and helping me out because I did not hear a conversation I thought I heard. And he did a very good job of trying to get information. He rolled well at one point. At one point, he rolled really well
once.
with the deception. And I think he asked some really good questions. I think he handled the situation well. You know, it was a lot of good RPing.
Thank you.
Audryn, what were you calling that guy?
What was I? Yukon Cornelius?
Yeah, Yukon Cornelius. Okay, thank you.
Actually, I have that written down.
Who me?
Honestly, Valana for Salt and Pepper Daddy.
God. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I was waiting for more.
Alright.
sorry.
Mina?
Thank you.
Mina?
I'm gonna actually give it to Audryn.
Yahoo!
For this one. Yeah.
Alright.
Really appreciate that.
Numbers?
For all reasons laid out above, I'm also going to hand it to Audryn.
I love you all deeply.
Alright, so player inspiration for the week is gonna go to Audryn. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
I'd like to thank the Academy, and also enter code Roll for Your Lives at www.wendys.com to get your spooky burger.
Now, everyone, I'd just like to say thank you so much tonight for the hype train. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you so much for the bits donated tonight. And thank you all for being the amazing, wonderful folks that you all are that we love seeing every week. So thank you so much, everyone.
We love you so much, and when I say we, I mean me specifically. I love you.
Well, I just double checked. I don't have any mutuals that are streaming right now, so we cannot raid anyone. Womp womp. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Next week we'll be back for maybe another hour of in-game time passing by.
That's
yeah.
pushing it. I think it's gonna be like 10 minutes worth of in-game time.
Yeah, maybe. But
Maybe.
when we
You
resume...
said it took us an hour and a half just to get to the apothecary.
Yeah, true. So by the time this has happened, it's probably been like... What did I say? It's like around like 1 or so when you guys like set out for this. It's probably like around 4 now.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4. So when we resume back, we'll be back with Group B that is going around checking out other locations that were hit. So,
Woohoo.
thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back with you next week, and we'll probably be back with you sometime this week for some more spooky games, because we're still doing the Saving Throw Creep Show!
Yahoo!
So thank you so much, everyone. We'll catch you in a little bit. See y'all.
Gotcha.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.